Hello dear students, today is the second class of counting techniques, that is lesson 2. In the previous class we talked about two basic principles of counting with examples and mainly the concept of permutations with different types of permutations. Today our main focus is to consider the circular permutations and different types of important combinations. So what about circular permutations? What do you mean by circular permutations? In circular permutations, we consider one object is fixed and the remaining objects are arranged in factorial n minus 1 ways. So what is that? What is the logic behind that? And in case of circular arrangement of n percents, the result is factorial n minus 1. Let's see with some examples or the basic concept. What is the basic concept behind that? So you see, in the first circle, ABCD are arranged in anti-clockwise direction in a circle or say round table. So ABCD are taken their positions in anti-clockwise direction, and if we shift ABCD at one place in anti-clockwise order, the diagram 2, this is diagram 2, and we again shift one place in the same anti-clockwise direction, this is diagram 3. Again by shifting one place in the anti-clockwise direction, this is diagram 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 diagrams, all are anti-clockwise direction. These are same. Okay, we see that. So if you see, these are the same arrangements. Just in the, you are not changing the direction of the arrangement. You are in the doing the arrangement in the same direction, that is anti-clockwise direction. So these are the same arrangements. So if 4 persons are sitting in a round table, they can be shifted 4 times. Clear? And the 4 different arrangements thus obtained will be the same. Clear? Because anti-clockwise order of ABCD does not change. Okay? Now look at the linear arrangement. If you arrange the 4 person along a line, then if you see the first diagram ABCD, and if you change the place, if you write this one, if you write this circular arrangement as the linear arrangement, then this is different. If you write this arrangement as the linear arrangement, this is different. And if you write the last one in this arrangement, this is different. But so the things are not same in the linear arrangement. Linear arrangement is different from the circular arrangement. In circular arrangement, if you doing the anti-clockwise direction, if you keeping the same anti-clockwise direction, it will be same. But in linear arrangement, they are different. So we conclude that if ABCD are sitting in a row and they are shifted in such an order that the last occupies the place of first, then the 4 arrangements will be different in row arrangement. Okay, so if you arrange the 4 things, then for each circular arrangement, number of linear arrangement will be 4. You see, these are the same. So for one circular arrangement, there are 4 linear arrangement. So for n circular arrangement, there are how many arrangements? So that will be, we can relate the number of circular arrangements of n different things. So we can relate here the number of circular arrangements of n different things equal to, that is equal to what you can write, that is equal to factorial n by n. Because if you arrange n numbers in a row, that will be factorial n, arranging n in a line or a row. And for one circular arrangement, there are 4, you see, there are 4 linear arrangement, 4 types of linear arrangement. So for circular arrangement of n different things, the result will be factorial n by n, and that is equal to factorial n minus 1. So it is basically what you are doing. You are fixing one man and you are arranging others. So that is why the arrangement is factorial n minus 1. So this is the explanation. I hope the explanation is clear to you. because if n different things are arranged along a circle, then for each circular arrangement the number of linear arrangement is n. So hence the result, hence the number of circular arrangement of n different things, the result will be factorial n by n, because 1 by n into linear arrangement of n different things, 1 by n into linear arrangement of n different things. That is why the result is factorial n minus 1. Clear? So this is the answer of circular arrangement. Now let us talk about distinction between clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangement. So look at the red circles. A, B, C, D are seated in a row in anti-clockwise direction. Look at that, A, B, C, D in anti-clockwise direction. But if you arrange in clockwise direction, so this is the arrangement A, B. These two arrangements are different. You look at that. In the first case, B is in the clockwise direction. In the second case, B is in the anti-clockwise direction. So these two arrangements are different. But if you place red, green, yellow, blue flowers in a garland, so this is one arrangement, this is number 1 and this is number 2. So this is, you see, this is number 2. So this is number 2. You see blue is here, but they are not different. Why? Because if you see from one side, this is the arrangement, red, green, yellow, blue. If you see from the other side, then this with the arrangement. So you are just flip the garland, then you will get the diagram too. So these two arrangements are same, but these two arrangements are not same. So what we can say, the two arrangements will be considered as one arrangement because the order of flower is not changing. Because here the order of flower is not changing, rather only the side of observation is changing. If you see from one side, then your green on the right hand and blue on the blue flower is on the left hand. But if you see from the other side of the flower of the garland, then you see blue on the right and green on the left. So this is, the flowers are not changing the order, but you are changing your order of observation. Order of observation, side of observation is changing. In this case, your order of placement is changing. So these two changes are different, but these two changes are same. So when clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements are not different, that is when observation can be made from both sides, the number of circular arrangements of n different things is factorial n minus 1 by 2. So this is your factorial n minus 1 by 2. Because observations can be made from both sides, the number of circular arrangements of n different things will be this. Because clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements are not different. In this case, your arrangements are same. So you have a result factorial n minus 1 by 2. So we conclude that when clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements are not different, then your result will be factorial n minus 1 by 2. Otherwise it will be factorial n minus 1. Clear? So this is how yours, when you are dealing with circular permutations, you have to be careful about that. Let's move to our next section, combinations. So as already we discussed, if you have 3 letters A, B, C, and if you are taking 2, if you are combining or grouping 2 at a time, then your grouping will be AB, BC, CA. This is called combination or selection or grouping. But if you are arranging 3 numbers, if you are arranging 3 numbers or permutations of 3 numbers, what is the arrangement? Arrangement will be ABC, ACB, sorry, BAC, BCA, CAB and CBA. Look at that, there are 6 arrangement when you are arranging 3 letters. But if you are selecting 2 at a time, there will be 3 selections. So this is called combination. This is called, this selection or grouping is called combination, as already discussed in my previous video also. So now I will discuss the formula or the some important points, properties. So number of combinations of n different things taken are at a time, that is given by NCR. The notation is NCR, that is a combination of n different things taken are at a time. So that is NCR, and that is given by factorial n by factorial R into factorial n minus r. That is easily verified from the combination formula and permutation formula, because we know that factorial r into NCR, if NCR is the combination of n different things taken r at a time, that is equal to NPR. And we know that NPR is number of permutations of n different things taken r at a time, and that is given by factorial n by factorial n minus r. So that gives you, this is n, and that gives you the result NCR is equal to factorial n by factorial r into factorial n minus r. So this is very important result, and you know the notation for factorial also, product of n natural numbers. Okay, now you see there is a formula, there are more properties on that. NCR, this is actually notation of NCR equal to NCn minus r. So these are same, NCR equal to n minus r. This is property 1. Property 2, if NCx is equal to NCy, then either x is equal to y or x plus y is equal to n. And number 3, NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR. So this is also very important, we can write in this notation also, NCR by NCR minus 1 equal to n plus 1 CR. Clear? And NCR by last one, fourth property, NCR by NCR minus 1, this is equal to NCR by NCR minus 1. So this given by n minus r plus 1 by r. So okay, these are the basic properties of combination, and this is the important formula for combination when you are combination of n different things taken r at a time. So we'll move to the next section, some restricted selection. I will discuss some restricted selection with some examples. So look at that, the problem, a delegation of 4 students is to be selected from a total of 12 students. In how many ways can the delegation be selected if all the students are equally willing? So your delegation of 4 students to be selected from the 12, so you have to select 4 students out of 12. So what will be your choices if all the students are equally willing? So in this case your result will be 12C4. okay, simply suppose out of 10 examination paper you have to select 6 examination paper, what is your result? 10C6, like that. So this is your selection, 12C4. Your answer will be 12C4. Next, 2 particular students have to be included in the delegation. Suppose A, B are 2 particular students whom you have to be included in the delegation. So what is your selection now? So 2 particular students are already included in the selection. So out of 12, 2 are gone. So out of 10 you have to select 4. So your answer will be 10C4, because out of 10 we have to select 2. Out of 10 we have to select 2. Already 2 has taken, and your delegation is of 4 students. Clear? So in this case your answer will be 10C2. Now third case, 2 particular students do not wish to be together in the delegation. It is sometimes happen 2 particular students do not wish to be together. That is, suppose A and B do not want to be together in the delegation. Okay, so in this case suppose without any restriction your selection will be 12C4 if there is no restriction. And suppose you include these 2 students. So if you include these two students, this is the case 2, that is 10C2, that is this one. So if you subtract this, you will get the answer in this case, that is do not wish to be together. That is, you are not selecting A, then the combination, not selecting B, then in that case the combination, then the result will be given by this. So in this case, in the first case there is no restriction, but in the second case you are including 2 particular students and you want the answer for 2 particular students do not wish to be together in the delegation. So your answer will be 12C4 minus 10C4. Now case 4, two particular student wish to be included together only. That is, two particular student wish to be together. So it may happen that AB are selected. So in this case, if AB are selected, then your answer will be 10C2, as already we have observed in the previous case. And AB are not included, both, because they want to be together only. So if AB are not included, in that case your answer will be, that is, you are not selecting AB. In that case, out of 10 you have to select 4. So your answer will be 10C2 plus 10C4. Clear? This is the possibility. Either you can select both or you can deselect both. That is, you are not excluding both. So these two, adding these two, you will get the answer for fourth case. Fifth case. Two particular students refuse to be together and two particular students wish to be together. This is a very complicated case. So suppose A, comma B wish to be selected together. So I am writing wish to be together, and CD, suppose, do not wish to be together. So they are not willing to be together. Okay, so what are the cases now? There are so many cases. Number one, you can have a group A, comma B, comma C are selected, and D not selected, So in this case your answer will be, so 4 gone, 3 already selected, so out of 8 you have to select 1. So you have 8, 6, 1 ways. Clear? Number 2, suppose in the same way ABD selected, in the same way ABD selected and C not selected. So in this case also you have the 8C ways. Number of selection will be 8C ways. Number 3, suppose AB is selected and DC is not selected. So in this case you have 2 already selected, so 8C2. Clear? Number 4, C only selected, so ABD is not selected. So in this case ABD not selected. So you have, out of 8 you have to select 3, because only 1 delegate is included. Fifth one, D is selected. In this case also you have the option 8C3, the similar as the previous one. And suppose you are a more complicated case with these 4 guys, you just simply remove the 4 guys. So you have the 6th case, ABCD not selected. These 4 guys you just removed it, not selected. So you have, out of 8 you have to select 4. So adding these ways you will get the answer in this 5 case. So you see how you will deal with the restricted permutation. I am just giving you a brief example. It's a very beautiful example to deal with. You will deal with the restricted combinations. So next I will define more things. So all possible selections I will explain. Selection from distinct objects. So I am talking about the distinct objects. Number of selection from n different objects, taking at least one. The result will be NC1, NC2, NC3, NCn equal to 2 to the power n minus 1, because this is the result actually. NC0, NC1, NC2, so on, plus NCn equal to, this sum is given by 2 to the power n. So, and this is your 1, NC0. So your target is to select at least 1. different objects. So that is why this moved to right hand side, transposing on the right hand side, and this result equal to 2 to the power n minus 1. Clear? So this is the all possible selection. I will give you example on that. So if you do number of selections of different objects taking at least one. So I am discussing one problem. A man has 3 French, 4 German, 5 Spanish friends. In how many ways can he invite one or more of them in a party? So you see, French people are different actually. Maybe they are French, but they are different. Maybe they are German, they are different. Maybe they are Spanish, they are different. We are Indian, but we are different. So people are different. So we are dealing with different friends. So I want to invite my friends in my party. So how many ways you can invite one or more of them in a party? So the number of ways will be, you will apply that. So in this case, you have 3 plus 4 plus 5, 9 plus 12. So your answer will be 12C1. You can select 12C2, 12C3 and 12C12. So that is equal to 2 to the power 12 minus 1. Clear? Otherwise, in a different way you can answer 2, or you can explain like that, each friend either selected or not selected. So there are 2 possibilities for each friend. So there are 2 to the power 12. And if you are going to select one, because in each case there is a no selection, so you are subtracting 1. In this way you can also explain, but this is the rather more beautiful way to explain 12C1, 12C2, 12C2. Okay, so more questions on that. What will be the number of ways if we invite at least one German friend? So he want to invite at least one German friend. So look at the German is 2 to the power 4. So your answer will be in the second case, that is B. I am answering B. German friends can be invited in a 2 to the power minus 4 one ways, because in this way similar 2 to the power 12C1, 4C1, 4C2, 4C3, 4C4. So that is equal to 2 to the power 4 minus 1. Okay. So this is how you are inviting German friends, at least one German friend. And there are 8 friends. For each of these remaining 8 friends can be invited in 2 to the power 8 ways. So this into 2 to the power 8 is the answer. Okay. So this is the case of at least one German friends. So for each of these, your 8 friends, remaining 8 friends can be invited in 2 to the power 8 ways. So this is the answer in the B. At least one friend of each country. So in this case it's very easy, because at least one German can be selected in, and at least one French 2 to the power 3 minus 1. At least one German can be selected in 2 to the power 4 minus 1, and at least one Spanish can be selected in 2 to the power 5 minus 1. So this is the product. Applying the product rule, because your target is to select the product. So already I have discussed my product rule and sum rule in my previous video. So this is how you will deal with distinct objects. Now I will be talking about identical objects. Very beautiful, very important. So total number of selections of at least one out of A1, A2, A3, AN objects, where A1 are alike of one kind, A2 are alike of second kind, and AN are alike of nth kind. Answer is A1 plus 1, A2 plus 1, etc. AN plus 1 minus 1. So I will explain this. Suppose out of A1 alike things, you can select either 1 or 2 or 3 or A1, etc., or A1 or none. Clear? Once again I repeat, out of A1 alike things you can select 1 or 2 or 3 or etc., A1 or none. So how many selection in this case? A1 plus 1, including the none. Similarly, A2 plus 1, how many selection? A2 alike things, how many selections can be possible? A2 plus 1. Similarly, etc. How many selections for A1 alike things? A1 plus 1. So how many selections if you select at least one? That is minus 1, because in this selection you have a case none of the fruits are selected or none of the things are selected, 1 into 1 into 1 into 1. So that is why there is a -1. That is why there is a -1. Clear? This is the formula. Okay, because this includes one case in which none of the things are selected, so that is why there is a -1, because your target is to selection. Okay, so this is how you are dealt with identical objects. Now I will explain one problem. There are 4 oranges, 5 apples, 6 mangoes in a fruit basket. In how many ways can a person select one or more fruits from the basket? So you have 4 oranges, identical. Oranges are identical, I am assuming. Maybe they have some defects in the shape, but I am assuming they are identicals. 5 apples and 6 mangoes. So out of 4 oranges you can select 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or none. That is 0. So how many ways you can select oranges from 4 oranges? 4 plus 1. 5 ways. How many ways you can select 5 apples from 5 at least 1 apple from 5 apples? This is also 5 plus 1. And lastly, from 6 mangoes, 6 plus 1. So what is your answer? How many ways a person can select one or more? That is, your target is to select one or more. So your answer will be 4 plus 1 into 5 plus 1 into 6 plus 1 minus 1. Clear? So this is the answer. This is the answer. This is how you will deal with the identical things, when the things are identical and when the things are different. Clear? I hope this selection of identical and selection of different things is very difficult. Sometimes is very important also, is clear. Now there is a mixture of identical and distinct objects. So A1 are identical of one kind, A2 are identical of second kind, and A3 are alike of nth kind, and K are distinct. Then the number of selections will be A1 plus 1, A2 plus 1, A3 plus 1, An plus 1 into 2 to the power k, because K are distinct. So that is why 2 to the power k and minus 1. Okay, so this is your answer in this case. Let's have a problem on this. Find the number of ways in which one or more letters can be selected from the letters. So look at that, there are 5 A's, identical A's, 4 B's, 3 C's, 5, 4, 3 and 2 D's, and 3 different letters E, F, G. So how many selections? One or more is possible. So here you see 5 A are identical, so your selection will be 5 plus 1 into 4 plus 1, because 4 B's are identical, 3 C's are identical, so your selection will be 3 plus 1, and 2 D's will be identical, so your selection will be 2 plus 1, and 3 different letters E, F, G, so 2Q. Look at that, you have 2 to the power k, so this is different, and minus 1. Why? Because it includes none of the things are selected, but your target is to select one or more letters, so there is a minus. So clear? So this is how you are dealing with identical and different objects. So I hope this concept is clear to you. Okay, if you forget about this, then go through the video repeatedly. You will make it, this video will make it clear. Now I will discuss my last topic, total number of divisors of a given natural number n. So any natural number can be written as a product of prime factorization. These are the prime factorizations. P1, P2, Pn are prime, and alpha 1, alpha 2, etc. are non-negative integers. So suppose 45, simple natural number. So 3, 15, 3, 5. So 45 can be written as 3 square into 5 to the power 1. So 3 is the prime number, 5 is the prime number. So this is the prime factorization. So you are writing any natural number can be written as a prime factorization. Now the total number of divisor of n including 1 and n, that is the same as the previous concept. That is 3's are identical. So you are selecting identical things. So your selection will be alpha 1 plus 1, alpha 2 plus 1, alpha 3 plus 1 and etc. alpha k plus 1 including 1 and n. Including 1 and n, remember. And total number of divisor of n excluding 1 and n. If you are excluding 1 and n, minus 2. Clear? These things you have to remember. Total number of divisor of n excluding either n or n. Then your selection will be like selecting either at least one. So that is why there is a minus 1. Okay? Because your target is to select. Now sum of all divisors. What is the sum of all divisors? You look at that, p to the power alpha 1. We can write p to the power 0 plus p to the power 1. This is a selection. You are selecting 0, 1, 2, etc. alpha 1. So p to the power 0 plus p to the power 1, p to the power 2, like this. So this is a GP series. So sum of the GP. Similarly, this p2, sum of the GP, and this pk, the sum of this is the sum of all divisor. This is also very important result. Let us have a problem on that. How many positive factors are there for the number 360? So if you factorize 360, prime factorize, you will get 2 cube into 3 square into 5. Okay, so number of factors will be, you see the number of factors including 1 and 360. So number of factors, that is including 1 and 360 also. So that will be 3 plus 1, because you have 3 identical 2's, 3 2's, 2 3's. So 2 plus 1 into 1 5. So 1 plus 1. So number of factors will be 24. And sum of these factors, sum of these factors will be 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1 plus etc. 2 cube and 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 0 plus 5 to the power 1, and that equal to 2 to the power 4. GP series minus 1. Already I gave you the formula. 3 cube minus 1 by 2 into 5 square minus 1 by 4. So this is the answer. You will calculate and this is the answer. So this is how I am dealing with the problems of combination, identical and distinct objects. So I hope today's video will clear your idea or the concept about permutation, combination and combination of alike things and combination of different things, also about circular permutations. So you look at my next video. I will post my next video on distribution and division of objects in combination. Okay, thank you.